I guess we'll kick this off uh, uh, properly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Geeks to Soul. I am your host, Mr. Unloved One. These are my two distinguished co-hosts, Jay and Lex.
Yep.
What up? What up?
And
What
man,
up?
man, man, man. Love you, baby.
Oh man.
Anything you need me to bring up?
Oh, you got yours already?
Oh, you know, I got two.
As soon as this is done, I'm coming straight up.
I'm still waiting on my pair. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Big shout out.
For this pair, shout out to Dally J.
Hey, before you even get any further, let me go ahead and shut this down real quick. Yo, y'all stop asking me about all of those rep makers out there. It's cool. I'm happy y'all love them rep makers, but I'm not giving them no play on this show and on my page. Sorry.
What they asking you
Which,
about?
all of the Replimix, the 85s, and that brings me to another thing. I gotta stop posting all of those like first leak reps too. Like I could talk about it. I'm gonna use Z markups, but I'm not posting none of them fakes no more, man. I gotta stand by all fakes. I gotta stand by all fakes.
We're
Oh
gonna do
man.
forgetting you on
I,
parts.
got- I got I gotta move that way. I gotta move that way. The Avengers. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Shout out. We'll start there first. Let me shout out to everybody on Nike side and everybody on JB side for hosting us this past week.
Yes.
We are very appreciative that it's a damn dream come true,
It
man. I
was
wish I
crazy.
could talk about everything that happened, but we'll talk about some of the main points and we'll keep it moving.
I almost
Um,
feel like it's better to let people ask questions because there's just so much, and I might miss something. You know what I mean?
that works.
But I mean, we can get to that when we get to it.
That works for me. I like that. He over there with the 17s, though. I see him.
They coming. They coming. I'm waiting on my pair. Meantime,
Did
these
you
touchdown.
what's- so?
These are Canaries.
Oh shit! Word. You caught retail
Canaries
or
touchdown.
you want retail?
Say what?
Did you cop resale or did you win one retail?
Retail.
Okay.
Retail. My wife actually hit
Oh
on
yeah,
these.
that's right. That's right. Your wife did win. You
My
know
wife
what? I
won.
forgot that they shipped out before we left.
Yeah, they
Oh,
shipped the day before we
The
left.
second,
okay.
the second Balvin touch. Third one is Atlanta. So
Oh,
About the good touchdown. Also a retail pair.
nice. Yeah, I gotta shoot those soon. Soon as I guess Lex other pair drive by.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, so let's see. Brandon, why you in the audience? Come.
hey
Brandon Bateman.
B, do you want to come up until our potential other guest shows up, or are you good?
Get up here, B.
I see what's up real quick.
I got something else for y'all. I got something else for y'all.
There he is.
What's up, my boy?
What's good? Wait, you caught me off guard. Hold on, I gotta get like a thing to hold my phone.
Yeah,
Give
these
me
are
like
actually
one
good,
minute.
Prince. These are actually I think they're better than the Medellin Sunset pair.
You see this?
You said y'all rich.
Y'all see this? Sample tags. You already know something is.
Escape. You being out in Cali, y'all got like a higher resource and good network out there. You don't need to be with us. Your network is gold. You're
Red
I
Flare.
Hey, we taking questions tonight because if we start talking, man, we probably ain't even gonna get into the actual show. So we taking questions tonight.
1 of 3 pairs. Black metallic belt.
And the world, Craig.
Hey, Brandon,
No,
if the other Brandon shows up, we're gonna have to boot you. Just giving you a heads up.
no, it's all good. Yeah, I figured,
Game.
I figured that was gonna happen.
Look at the ass on that tone.
Fresh Prince.
Man, Right off the plane too. That was crazy.
Right?
He had
Like
them
right
ready.
off the plane.
He had them ready.
He was on.
You know me. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm on index is what I spent most of my days.
horrible.
All right. Yeah. So just in case, say I don't have any questions. What up, Whitney? Yeah. So the trip to Portland slash Beaverton was amazing. Again, like Ken said, thanks to everybody on the Nike and Jordan brand side for looking out for us, taking us around. It was a pleasure to meet all of you guys, putting faces to names.
Take your pick.
Someone asked me how my trip was and asked me, was it a bucket list item? I never put a sneakers bucket list together,
Right.
but if I had to, it absolutely would be close to the top bucket list items, to say the least. It was good to meet Brandon in person. Good to connect with my bros, and yeah, more to come. So I'm trying to like keep the show going because I don't know if anybody's gonna have questions. So like stop me as we go along.
Okay.
All right. All right. So yeah, we pulled up, and the first place we visited was Dead Stock Coffee. So shout out to the crew there. It's a niche coffee spot there in Portland. Great memorabilia. They do cool little stuff like putting Jordan designs and lattes and stuff like that. But these guys don't drink coffee, so I just had to get a coffee, throw them a little bit of business. What was you guys' impressions about Dead Stock Coffee? I mean, it wasn't a ton going on in there.
I liked it.
Whitney, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Short
Yeah.
answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
Desktop Coffee was pretty cool, man. I liked all the stuff that they did have in there. The way they had it set up was nice and cozy. The way a coffee shop's supposed to be. They were
Yeah.
hospitable. They were nice as soon as we came in. Before they even knew who we was, they was really cool about it. So yeah, man, it was a good spot. It was a good stop.
The staff
I, what do you say?
said the staff.
I ain't hear him.
Oh, me said the staff was very attentive.
They
Like
were.
answering these questions. They would give recommendations. They were telling us places to go. So shout out to them.
I do think they plan on expanding their retail space, I guess. I know they're trying to do some things. So, again, shout out Dead Stock. Great spot. Now, from there, and Portland is different to you guys. That's not the process. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Prince. Jay Prince. Portland's different. Um, Portland, you know,
There goes a good
needs it.
question.
Yeah, Portland needs an influx of cleaning up, I guess. So if you're thinking of visiting Portland, keep
Keep that in mind.
yeah, thank you, keep that in mind. Where we go next? We went to Index. So shout out Index Portland. I've done business with them a couple times at this point. I got some pairs coming from them actually right now. Lex like hit us with a haymaker as soon as we walked in the spot. So if you're just joining us now, Lex has a super rare pair he's about to pull down or pull out. One of three pairs, I guess, in the world. I've never been to Austin. Uh, tell me about Austin. One of three pairs in the world. You guys have seen this kind of cut on the grapes, but I personally have never seen it on an OG black metallic. So you talk about it, Lex, real fast.
Yeah. So originally, this sample was made to promote the second season of Bel Air on Peacock. Shout out to them. Coco. Yeah.
Oh,
And so it's 1 of 3. Originally, they were going to auction one off on Network, but they ended up auctioning it off. Instead, they did an alternate Bel Air that was signed by the guy who plays Will and the guy who plays Carlton. But yeah, it's 3 of these. I have one. Index has another one, which is the 12.5, and I'm not sure who has the third. So yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, my favorite show as a kid besides Power Rangers. So to have a 1 of 3 piece, partly inspired by it, is nothing better. Like life is good, and it's a 13. How many samples you see in the
right.
13? Right, it was faded.
I told y'all like we gave Lex his own dedicated show one time. talking about how Lex collection is goated. I really don't think y'all understand how this man
How
collects. Yeah, like
listen,
it's
it's
crazy. Like for him to not be celebrity or like the mayor or prepared, his diversity in his collection is unparalleled as far as I'm concerned.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be up there one of them days where people actually get a chance to see it firsthand, man. We
absolutely.
put something together
Yeah,
Exactly.
and put it out there.
I had an
yeah.
amazing partly because I got to travel with these guys. I think I saw Sneaker Dave in here. I don't know if he's still in here.
Yeah, our learning in here, Dave in here,
Hey, follow me back.
Whitney.
I need to hit you up.
Um,
Yeah.
Brandon, how was it for you, man?
I mean, like, I had never been to, I mean, like, I've been to a consignment store, like, in the mall and shit like that, but, walking in there, they got that glass case on the side, and it's like
Oh,
PE, Scars Pizza Air Force Ones,
Yes.
the Ueno Air Force Ones. Like, you literally go down the list, and even in the regular stuff, it's like sitting amongst a bunch of Jordans and some like EYBL Tatums for like $1,000. It's just shrink wrapped. You can just pick them up. It's like the amount of stuff that they had in there that was
Yeah,
just so different that like you would only see in like a flight club in New York
all right.
type of thing. Like that was pretty crazy because it's just like I had never seen a bunch of that stuff before, and so to come right off that 6-hour flight and be like, boom, here's my one of three pair that I just bought. Fuck y'all. It's like, damn, man. Like, it was just the amount of shit that we saw in there was
Oh yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to the owner. I think his name is Terrence. Me and him was chopping it up yesterday, and he was like he wanted to meet us, but he didn't get in there until 3 actually. So, but he
Okay.
heard.
I wore this shirt because I meant to bring it on a trip, but I wore this shirt tonight specifically for my brother. I found out some more pertinent information throughout the shit. We ain't gonna talk about it right now. Probably save it for a whole nother show. Who knows? But I found out some stuff. This is one of my favorite groups growing up. I had a real obsession with wanting to rap fast and learn how to rap fast, but I could never write lyrics that matched rapping fast, but I could only match other people rapping fast. So, and then when I got older, I realized it's not even it's not even them rapping fast, it's them stringing the words together in a perfect harmony that made their flow just different. What's up?
You know how Bone is goaded? They
What's
had
up?
rapping in that style.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I see Dada talking about. I think it's Dada. He might be the biggest Bone fan. No, 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 no,
Nah,
no, no,
nah.
no. We're not playing those games tonight.
Not
Not
tonight. We got
tonight.
more, but what was I getting ready to say? So
I got a determined fandom.
oh
I
well
no.
there
I said what I said.
always.
I'm standing on business. That's how.
Whoa.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got phone numbers, so it's a little different. It's a little different. Um, Index, man. What can I say about Index? I wish I took more time to get some one-on-one shots of a lot of the stuff that they have there, but I was just really focused on everybody else and not myself. So I wasn't really like head on trying to get content. Like I got the shots that I wanted to get of us, but like there were certain pairs in there that I really shout out to Poe. I should have got some shots of the Sagers. I should have got some shots of the other PEs that they had in there. Um,
I
there was a lot of stuff in there that I could have asked them to take out the case so I can go ahead and shoot.
Like
They would have been, yeah, they would have been nice about it. But I wasn't there on that.
I actually got this.
White for Imaginable. What? RC
I
kicks.
I was gonna,
Go-
say a
like
little.
you can answer that.
I mean, we'll see,
Yeah.
but there, keep an eye out on Z Sneakerheads over the next like month is what I'll say.
And I'll put it to you like this: we cannot talk about anything that we seen.
we'll
Um,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Let us
was
get there.
actually the only reason I was getting ready to say that is because I used to like tossing out small little tidbits and bombs and stuff like that, I can't do that no more.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we get
Yeah.
in trouble.
Okay.
We get,
I
All
can
right.
no longer do
We're
that.
we're coming. What time is it? We got some time,
Yeah,
right?
it's 18. We good.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Yeah. So
um,
we'll cap off index like you said. Staff was fantastic. Like what Ken was saying, the stuff they have in it. It has Sager ones in there, right?
mhm.
Which I've never seen pair of Sagers in person. Just all types of stuff. They had like a Ray Allen PE
Blackout fives.
thread in there.
21.
Uh,
Yeah.
the Blackout fives. That's probably like one of my favorite fives that's out there. First time I seen those was, of course, like Nike's off, and then Perfect Pair popped up with a pair, and then to see one in person though is crazy. They had though they had those they had some crazy threes in there that were samples.
Um, so two things about that shop I really like. In Portland, no tax. Keep that in
Yes.
mind. No tax in Portland. All right. So you guys know when you spend hundreds of dollars, those taxes add up in the long run. So keep that in mind. And they are actually fairly fair with their pricing. They
Facts.
don't go out of their way to beat you upside the head with their pricing, which I really like. A lot of consignment slash resale shops. I mean, I know they got to cut a profit, but they're straight. They're fair and honest. So shout out to Index Portland, and we were talking to Caleb, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
talking so shout out Caleb in Index Portland.
Oh,
Uh,
that no tax also applies to the website because that's why I got my
yeah,
feet.
yep,
But
yep, same.
no tax.
Nice.
Just so you know. Okay, so anybody got any closeout thoughts about Index?
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
we
We will be
will
back.
be back.
I like
Okay.
I got a pair coming from them. Nothing crazy. I got the bio based Justin Timberlakes. I
I
finally reached back and got those.
I bought
Okay. Okay.
a Stars Born ones out of there, the Sports Illustrated cover, and I was so hyped to get those. I forgot the other shoe that I meant to get out of there, so I got to order that. So I'll probably order that next week.
You got to throw the red laces in there. Did y'all tally up your out of state purchase pay tax? And did y'all tally up your out of state pay taxes in April? No,
They don't know
I
about they don't
dodged
know
paying tax.
about all that.
I don't pay
I
tax.
should.
Paying cash in person. No one knows.
I still got my receipt.
I filed taxes already. I already filed taxes. Okay, but yeah, that was
My
Index, and from
tax.
there, then the hype train started, and it was about a 15-20 minute drive to Beaverton.
Yes.
Yeah.
And once you leave the city, you start to turn to the rural countryside. Now, us here in Florida and South Carolina, and probably in Boston, it's a lot of cities, but not a lot of elevation, right? So you come out of Portland, it's mountains, greenery everywhere,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
you pull up to Nike headquarters, and you can see where the exterior changes, and you start to get this mysticism to it. This aura comes over the trip, and you pull up and you pull into the campus, and of course that famous Nike sign or two Nike signs is there, and that's where it kind of really gets you. So we pulled in, and you become a kid in a candy store. That was my initial impressions. How about you guys? Just the
Oh,
outside.
Well,
yes.
I have that picture of all y'all. I'm sitting in the back of the car. I've got a picture of all four of them taking a picture of the Nike sign. Like it was like that.
Like
Man, listen. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lex.
we walked on campus and we saw the lake, and I just thought of Drake's music video when they were riding in it, and I was like, "This is really, you know, this is really heaven right now on earth. It's
So,
so
and
like
I'll say it like this. I was probably more so like thinking about like me where the contacts are at,
Yeah,
right? Because when you go to these places, it is a work environment, so there are safety precautions and all that good stuff. So I was more so worried about like all my contacts meeting me when they needed to meet me, right?
Yeah. So,
So my
yeah.
initial
Yeah.
contact said, "Hey, I'm in a meeting right now, so I won't be down directly. Go to a cafeteria and wait for us there."
Yeah. I was
Which
gonna
is
say, I don't cut you off. Don't just pull up on campus.
yeah,
Don't just.
yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Don't
Yeah.
just go to campus.
Yeah.
I was told to just go and wait because of course they was gonna meet us down so we get our passes and stuff to be on campus. But that initial waiting period had me a little nervous, so I wasn't taking in being on campus like everybody else.
Oh,
So I have backup contacts just in case my first contact wasn't able to make it in time before like campus security tried to boot us off. So I was gonna make sure my guys were good, but it was still a shout out to Dominic.
Yeah.
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 Um
Yeah. Okay.
shout out to
I
Dominic.
was getting to
Does
that too.
anybody
Um
got their badges?
She was
Yeah.
rolling.
yeah,
Oh
man.
God.
As soon as he came. So I didn't really take it in until like the end of the initial tour that damn yo, I'm really on campus and I'm with the people that I've been talking to for years. Like that's when it started to like hit me, and then you could see these guys see the change in me when it started hitting me, because then that's when it was hard for me to start talking. It got to the point where it was hard for me to talk.
Yeah,
Yeah. So once we got in there and you got to look around, you see how rich in history Nike is. I mean, there's plaques on the wall, there's banners that's hanging up, and everything is there for display. You get to see uh, all the things that Nike and Nike athletes have accomplished. So to Ken's point, while we were waiting on our contact, we sat down and had a little snack in the cafeteria.
yeah.
And here's where it really does mean a lot.
Shout out
I
to
get to see people.
DJ Folk.
Yeah. I see people come in and out of the room, and I'm never familiar with whom is who. So when someone who watches the show says, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you guys," and I'm not really familiar, I'm like, "Oh, hey,"
Day
it's
one or
a
day
little.
two?
They won. So I didn't want to name names. 'Cause I know him now. So Dom was one of the first persons
Yeah.
to come up to us and introduce himself. And Dom's super cool, man. Like, just made me feel appreciative, made me feel at home. And he gave us
Shout
a
out
little
to
rundown of the
Feature
cafeteria.
Soul. If
Yeah,
if y'all haven't picked up any merch, shout out to Feature Soul.
yeah.
Something coming with them later on this year too.
So Dom walked us outside, and he gave us the pass because security did come up and asked us if anyone was an employee, and he came through with the badge save. So we appreciate that while we was waiting on a contact.
Perfect
But
time.
he's if someone asked me, hey, what is a representative of Nike employees is like, if the
Yeah.
first person I met was Dom, that was an amazing experience, sight unseen for us to show us their love. So I was trying to avoid giving names because I know some people
Yeah,
find out who that is, they want to get in his
I,
DMs, but he's
I'll
out
say
of this
this on
show.
the Jordan side, we won't put too many names out because a lot of them
Okay.
don't really want their names. I mean,
Yeah.
their names are out there because of some of their positions, but the rest of them are like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We can. I'll put it to you like we can say what's up. We can shout them out. I'm not putting nobody's at names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, nah.
He he
But
he already he already said it, so it is what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
no,
So
yeah,
Dom's cool.
yeah.
Dom's
yeah.
cool. Uh,
Y'all don't,
so our
don't
yeah, go ahead.
because I said y'all don't be harassing Dom now because I know
Yeah.
how some of
So on day one, when our contact did come down, to walk us through a campus, he stopped us by can't remember the name of the first building already. Jesus. We went into the first building, and it's just showing us architecture, just showing us like the way a lot of the stuff is set up. And
it was the McEnroe building,
Was
wasn't
that
it?
the first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
because that's
It,
the first one
Okay.
we went in.
Okay.
and then it was all to the largest building on campus, which was the Serena Williams building. And that building is amazing. It's
Fire.
beautiful the way it's built. Um, all of her memorabilia, records, and everything that are on display in that. I put together a small little montage reel. I wanted to make it like a quick condense because I know Jay's is going to be when he
It'll
played
be all right.
Kings.
Yeah.
So I
It,
put that video up the other day if y'all want to like see a quick tour, but he has the rest of that stuff. Um yeah, no, walking through that building felt different. Like it was like, oh wow. I mean, and then it was layers, it was floors, it was Nike side, so we weren't really able to see more of it. It was just a pass through. So we went through that building, we went through Coach K's, we
LeBron
uh
James.
LeBron's
Yep.
building, Tiger
Tiger
Woods,
Woods.
Ken Griffey,
they
um,
they went through Coach K. I'm a Tar Heel.
you know,
Nolan
all of that was
Ryan.
good. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
Oh,
we pretty
Mike
much
Smith.
walked around the lake
we went
to, say
Say it again.
that again.
we went through the Tiger Woods building too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but none of that added up to like really, really capping the tour off with going into the house that MJ built. And
Exactly.
like we started there, because we had to meet our contacts. So we were in the lobby before we left out to walk campus and then like coming back to end it there. But it was like when we walked back in, it was just like, oh shit, this is it.
Yeah.
This is actually happening, right? And again, shout out to everybody there because not one person was like, who the hell are these guys? No, everybody was, hey man, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice to finally meet you. That type of energy, which was like, holy shit,
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
it
you
was
know
really
me?
it was good to like meet people through like IG. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And, you get to see them. Doesn't matter how brief it is. Like just the interaction. Everybody was kind. Everybody was pleasant. People were really like happy to see us. I was surprised. I didn't know that many people like rocked with the show.
Yeah.
So really good.
I tell them so many times, like after
I
now,
know. I
and
know.
it's
I
like
know.
I don't think it registers. Let me say it that way. I don't think it registers because like I could say, all right, man, we had X amount of celebrities pop through, say what's up, and dip out. Because they're not going to sit here and watch the entire show with us. Probably tonight. I wouldn't doubt to be watching tonight. But like a lot of them come in, pick in, see what we're talking about, and dip out. Like if we're actually talking about products, sometimes they'll stay. Shout out to Kim. So whenever Kim would pop on, sometimes she would come on unannounced and just be watching. Sometimes she'll answer some questions. Sometimes she just chilling in the background. Same thing with the bros. Whenever one of them pop on, or sick man. Like so, he was one of the main ones that would pop in. But because y'all were not following him, y'all wouldn't see him whenever he popped in.
Right.
Um, Along with you know Monday and a couple of others that like to just pop in and out. Now those higher ups, not so much because they're not. It's not really the spear for them to like just be on. You know, Carol's. I don't know if I've ever saw her in our chat. I don't think I've ever saw her pop on, but that's a whole nother story. Um,
Someone.
Somebody asked a
Uh,
question. This is a good question that I wanted to cap real quick. They said, "Are they listening to us?" So, when it comes to sneakerheads, no, they're not just listening to sneakerheads because they do have a job to do. They have corporate to pass, all that other shit. Dollars has to make sense. But like when it comes to the purists, because like outside of being a sneakerhead, the purists are the ones who only care about like getting fresh, not like true to spec, true to OG model, just the ones that want to get fresh. Yeah, yeah, they listening because they know what they doing. The issue comes when like I put out that damn tweet the other day, not just having fucking fun. Like we put so much emphasis on is this right? Is this correct? Is they're gonna make enough for everybody to get no man, were you here in the 90s? Were you here in the early 2000s where there was no such thing as making enough for everybody? Like
correct me if I'm wrong.
come on,
I
come
feel
on with it.
like they're always watching at the very least.
Yes.
Yeah. always watching, and they'll, I think they acknowledge as such that they need more liaison, more connection to the end product user, and that's kind of what they want to see from us, from you all. They want the feedback. They may not always take everything a complainer says
Thank you.
into consideration, but they hear it.
They still
They
want it.
Yeah,
still want the feedback.
Yeah,
like,
thank you, thank you. That I couldn't say it.
Right.
That was
I
better.
got
That's better.
but you know,
Um,
you can't listen.
one more. This one's for all of us, right?
Yeah,
They said,
you can't listen.
did we gain was it? I think it was Whitney that said this. Did we gain a different perspective after meeting the teams as far as the product is concerned? And
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I want to jump segue into that. Earlier, someone said, and this is true. This is not to take away from any other section of the campus or the building, but the energy does hit different when you go into the Michael Jordan building,
definitely.
right? And even though Serena has all her stuff there, um, just pictures of 6 rings or a lineup of shoes, that MJ played in.
with
It,
the empty slot for the next pair, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You noticed that, right?
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that kind of changes things. And then this this is the part where we kind of gotta like shut it off. But um, we did get to speak with people in particular who are end product designers, who are inline product managers, and then that's when you do gain the appreciation for the work they put in, from what is conceptualized to what actually makes it to retail stores. The
yeah,
process is incredible. I mean, it's
I mean,
absolutely
like,
incredible.
And I think
yeah,
I've talked about it a few times. If you want to know the process from, concept to um, production to sample to production to actual retail, follow Sneaker Proof, as she is and was high up on the chain and started from the bottom and worked her way
Oh,
to the top. She actually has on here, start to finish what a sneaker is, period.
she just put out a post. I think she said, if it comes in this box,
She,
I'm the
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
that's a
designed it, something like
flex.
that. Yeah,
That's a
that
flex.
was.
She's worked hand in hand with Virgil. She's worked hand in hand with Tinker. She worked on the 10 project as far as the tech packs are concerned. So shout out to Frank and everybody else that was on the turn as far as teams, as far as like concepts and putting everything together. But she's the one that drew up the tech pack to make it happen. And tech packs are every aspect, detail, spec of a shoe from the ground up to be made. That's what's sent to the factories who actually produce the shoe. You might have seen a top sheet of a tech pack, thanks to guys like Brandon. And what that is, you'll see a couple. You'll see colors. You'll see the shoe, or well, you'll see a blinked out silhouette of the shoe, and it'll have X amount of colors in it, but it won't show you exactly where they go. But that's the top sheet
yeah.
before like shoes get, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I
think
love seeing tech packs.
I think it was Dada, and if I understand his question correctly, he said it was y'all in the kitchen. And if I understand the question correctly,
Mm, no.
hold on, I think that means, was we in the kitchen seeing how they cook? And the answer to that is, we was in the kitchen, we was with, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm
We'll, I believe with all my heart that we'll see a kitchen next one. But
Oh,
there's a reason why I don't think we were able to do that
yeah,
this trip, and mainly because like timing, everybody coming back from trips
yeah,
and prior engagements, and it was one of those fun weeks for them too. It wasn't like a super busy work
saying? All right.
week. And um ooh, what was that question? Let me go back.
my
What was the
favorite.
question?
Uh,
Go ahead.
so my favorite part was Ken always would say, "You never know who's at campus," and we got to meet a prominent collaborator, and that was awesome because
Oh,
he
that's what they said.
he dropped some gems on us, and it was like We weren't even expecting to see anybody. It literally was, hey, y'all stay right here. I think somebody would like.
Yeah, excuse me when I say this, but like my contact was like a whole brother when he did what he did. He was like, "Yo, I'll be right back."
Yeah,
And
I,
it was like he planned that. It wasn't
Yeah.
no
yeah,
that wasn't no like he was just there. Nah, he already hit him while we were walking around. I know what time it was.
yeah.
Hey,
He had to.
he just left us in a space too, right?
Yeah.
And
Right, 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 right.
and we in space like, don't touch nothing, don't look at nothing, just don't do nothing, just stand
And
here.
then
You know what I mean? We sitting there looking at each other, and he come back, and
He
it was wild.
walks right around the
and
corner. Yeah. Oh my
like,
god, man.
fellas,
There we go. There was actually, what's your favorite part, man? Because they said they haven't heard you talk.
Who?
Well, I mean,
Who?
like
Oh,
who?
Brandon.
Yeah,
You,
Lex or me?
yeah,
Oh,
Brandon.
dude,
I mean, like, just I honestly, my favorite part is like the amount of people that we talk to. It's like this is their job. Like they're supposed to be working, and they were like, "Yo, let's take like an hour out of our day to like show you this," or like especially, I mean, on the second day
yeah,
yeah, it's
Yes,
like they
second day was insane.
they like
Second day was insane.
the amount of things that they did for us just like during their work day. I was just I was just like, damn, like just the fact that they were willing to do all that for us, like I don't really feel that important, but they certainly made me feel pretty damn important when we were out there. So
Yeah.
For
I mean, that
sure.
was probably my favorite part, just like the people.
Somebody asked, will they ever put new tech in the retros? Yes, that's what comfort models are. I don't know if they're going to go any further than that. I mean, we got the comfort models. We got the, what was the auto lacing 11s. Like, they do new tech. They're not going to make Pro line because that's not what MJ wants. That's why we got newer retros constantly releasing. Um, ooh, if I start talking about like this, I'll say this. So like you at one point in time I was like, yo, I'm not famous. I'm not like known or none of that shit. I'm just an average guy. I can't say that shit no more. Like not even in like not even trying to like humble myself anymore. I can no longer say that shit. The simple fact of, yeah, I'm Ken Myers, da da da. And then it's like, yeah, no, that's Mr. Lovers. Oh shit, what's up? That change, that switch, and the certain people saying that shit is like, oh shit, they know me.
yeah, yeah. It was funny to watch. Like it was funny to watch
Yeah, it makes,
because like,
yeah,
what's up? I'm Ken, and they be like, all right,
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I'm the Mr. Unloved Ones.
We're like, oh,
Oh, you,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It
yeah.
was
That's
to watch
different.
in a
That's
good way.
different.
Like it was just humorous to watch.
Shout out to Kim because walking around second day with Kim and her introducing me to people, she skipped the whole Ken. Yeah, that's Mr. Lovins over
Yeah,
there. She skipped all of that.
none of
And
that.
just the way, yes, just the way they turn the bet face got him. Made a complete difference. What you say? What happened?
Oh, I said shout out to
Oh,
Jabs.
stupid. I, you see something, Jay?
Yeah, something popped up. Some little thing like
Oh,
They
this.
did
okay.
a little
Oh
hard,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. I
there you
got
go.
you. Yeah.
He's,
Oh wow.
oh wow, yo, do it again.
No.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, man. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
I think that
yeah,
that still happens from time to time. Like now, if I post something anywhere, like people are going to take the opportunity to post whatever the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, you ain't got these yet? Bet. Ah. Like even my brothers will do that from time to time. They do it out of love, but everybody else do it out of spite.
with
We,
the metallics at. Oh, they right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
my,
Yeah.
right.
How
Hey,
they
Do y'all see the
choose
process
material.
on how they choose materials?
Brandon, I got
Not necessarily, but that's a easy
Yeah.
that comes into play when they're putting together tech packs.
Yeah.
So that's beginning stages. Once they figure out what kind of colors they working with and how they really want a pair to look. Once they get that first trial Saturn in, before they do a wear test sample, then then they start playing with the materials,
Yeah.
which is why when we go back to 2012, 2013, there's like 14, 15. I'll up the number. It's probably 20 different fragment one samples out there. I've only seen 16, but I guarantee there's like 20 plus samples out there. And then some of the samples I've seen, the designers are, who the hell made some of the designers are like, yo, that's crazy. Somebody made them? Bad. Um, did y'all see the process? No, I just said that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, that's
so
one of the things, like you're saying, happens in the brainstorm process. They get a pair made for sample. They'll touch it, feel it, look at it, say, let's try this with suede. Let's try this with new buck. Cat it up and request another one.
No.
because you gotta think too, like I'll go back 2018, right? 2018 was the year they put out the most Jordan 1 OG highs ever. Like they're never gonna do that again, at least not in no time soon. Put out like 30 something plus Jordan 1 OG highs, right? They've never done that prior and they haven't done that since. And in that time frame, like they were literally putting out packs. This the best hand in the game pack. This the tongue tag pack. Oh yeah, this Travis. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Like it was a bunch of fucking pairs. And if you really look at that year, they literally went not only through the color spectrum of trying to put out that much product, but like they touched on so many different materials from suede to nubucks to satins to like all they touch so much shit. And at the end of the day, they still haven't even used every fabric.
Yeah, I
It's,
was gonna say, I think my favorite part, and I think I can say this, is the
yeah.
shit that didn't make it. The stuff that's on the cutting room floor is nuts.
That,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting here.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. Like you see the end product and what it might have been. Yeah, that's coming.
Shit,
Are we getting cut
we
off?
get cut off. We got no man. I got unlimited.
Yeah, we
Okay.
good. Yeah, the shit that gets turned down, or
Yeah.
we could have had, is crazy.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Well, he crazy,
it's insane.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
it'll
And I
blow
mean, like
crazy.
Go ahead, Brandon.
the different I mean, I think I can say this. There were some shoes where we would see like 6 or 7 different versions of it, and there'd be like a different, like mud guard color or different material on this part of the shoe, or like the logo would be slightly different. It's just, and they would have them all just like,
Sitting there
you
chilling.
could go through it. You could go through and like see the differences. And so that was like, you know, just I mean, going back to what you were talking about like the choosing the materials and stuff, like just see how they like, put all the things side by side, and they're like, all right, which one are we gonna go with? That was pretty cool to see them go through that actual like process.
And then you gotta think, like even with that was internal before they like actually go back into pitching
All
what
right.
they want to go to retail. So that's a great part. As far as like storytelling, I'll put it to you like this, right? So for every couple of years, they have to go back into the archives and like really, really grasp what they're trying to do with bringing whatever they're trying to bring to you, right? And in that, they have to make it make sense, and the story has to connect, and that goes back to them wanting to connect with us on a different level. How do they do that? Tell a story that's true and authentic without it coming off cringe or corny. Uh, Oreo, what was that? Oreo five? No, not Oreo fives. What was that damn corny ass commercial that happened on damn sneakers app like years ago where they tried to rename the
I
shoe some
Oh,
other
I
shit.
think it was
the
that, like
moonlight
the yeah, Moonlight
Moonlight
Fives or
Yeah,
whatever.
Five. Yeah.
that wasn't
Yep.
on them. That was the ball getting taken out of their court and, and letting somebody else run wild with it. Stuff like that happens. And, as much pushback as they would love to get, ain't but so much they can do when their hands are tied, right? But
Hey,
yeah, no storytelling. They it can be super surface. It can be like, nah, we just gonna put this out. The OGs are gonna tell that story for us. So we don't have to worry about it. Or they'll go super in depth and try to tell something that's so passionate that you have no choice but to feel it. And I think one of the times that they did something like that, um, shit, has it been years? It might have been years, man. Honestly, was it the Space Jams where they really went in with trying to tell a
Oh yeah.
story? It might have been the 11s. It might have been the Space Jams, or about the reimagined series or the future of it. No, I did. They didn't have to. So funny thing about that, I know about all that shit, right? And I've been talking about it prior to me going up there, so it wasn't a conversation to have while we were there. So that wasn't talked about. Everything that I said prior to that, I said already. I can't say anything else no more.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
You-
Sorry. As far as like this year, of course, y'all getting black toes, man. Um, I think I can talk about that now. I did help a little bit with that, but I think we'll talk
how much can
about that more when it
how
happens.
much can we talk about that?
What, black toes?
Yeah.
Um,
Don't risk. Don't risk it.
Well,
I
I'm
don't think there,
thinking
I don't think
anything
there's much
that's
we can't. There's nothing really. We'll wait till that show is like closer to releasing.
I'm
Um,
just thinking anything that's like been put out.
yeah,
You know, where
everything
you
that's
know
out
we don't
out
have to
right
just
now, but
yeah
like the that small detail that we know, not yet, not yet. That's a dope ass detail. Unfortunately, didn't happen. But we could talk about that later. So like,
Yeah.
you can save that for your video.
Okay.
You'll probably be one of the only ones with that type of. You can say that for your
Oh,
video.
okay. Facts.
Um,
Facts.
where we at? Where we at? Red 17's the Wizards. I like the Wizards over the Red Pair. What
Both.
up,
Need
BX?
both.
this guy this guy man.
They got holes. But
Uh,
yeah, man.
shit,
Like
man.
certain things that we did talk about. Like that was one of the biggest things that I had to ask. For my brothers being up there, Brandon and Z. Like, what can they talk about? What can't they talk about? We did sign NDAs. If everybody's wondering. So somebody's shoe collection increased. Mine
Yeah,
didn't yet.
fucking Lex. Lex
Yeah,
is there.
Lex,
Yeah,
good. Like, um,
Who
wants to
is
sweet.
see anything soon. Little details. Yes, actually, for Black Cement threes, you'll start seeing more. I think that's gonna be. We got all of nines this year too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So with that,
Q4.
with that, Q4 is when y'all gonna start seeing more.
This
Brandon,
guy,
go ahead, man. Go ahead, Brandon. God damn.
Yo,
nah,
Brandon is Brandon.
this guy, this guy
So
cracking me
this is
up,
this is
man.
this is this is what I've been saying and what I told the guys. If we do not have the skew, we're not talking about it
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
because that skew means we got it outside of everything.
yeah, I wanted to talk about like the OG details
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
because like I mean I know we touched on this a little bit, but these guys care so much about getting it all perfect, getting it all OG, telling the story and everything. Like the things that they were telling us about some of these upcoming shoes that we know about and we don't know about, the amount of effort they were putting in to make sure it's like one to one, to make sure that like that past story is told. I mean, we'll see how it comes to like what happens when it comes to the marketing and stuff.
Facts.
But with these guys or the people making the shoe, they they really do care. Like and you'll see it. You'll see it when it comes out. Like with these black toes, you'll see it.
Shout out to Nike and shout out to the folks that run DNA and
Yeah.
um thoughts and prayers to those who were let go recently that were working at the DNA division. But they wanted us. They just didn't have enough time to show us. So next time we're up there, we are definitely going there. The president that's over that took time to hit me up personally and say, "Hey, next time let me know you here so we can get some things done." So we're definitely going to be able to take a peek into that the next time we're up there. But yeah, as far as that, man, yeah. So you got to think of it like this, because this is the best way to break this down, because this is, I've already talked to them years, so I've already known this aspect, right? 20 people in a room, two, maybe three of them are sneakerheads. This is corporate. We got to get this shit done. The three sneakerheads are going to fight for what they want to fight for. The rest of them don't give a fuck about none of that.
Exactly.
That's just how it is. Like, it's worse on Nike side than it is on the Jordan side, because on the Jordan side, it's probably like 60-40. 60% of the people in the room are going to be sneakerheads. The other 40 are like, let's just get this goddamn job done. So it's a little different on that side, because they care about spec regardless of how many motherfuckers out there like, yeah, they didn't get this right. Da, 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 da. I mean, ain't but so much detail you can put into the GR version of a shoe versus like them, touching this retro and trying to get this retro right. It is business at the end of the day. But yeah, no, like Brandon was saying, man, they care about every minute detail, which is why you'll see a sample of something that is so crazy and perfect and be like, yo, why doesn't it make it like this? Well, you got X amount of different factories doing that shit. They just, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I can talk about this one because I did talk
Yeah.
about this one. He might kill
Yeah.
me for this.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
I'll say the Wings project from this year was not what they wanted it to be. It was supposed to be so much more. Um, I know everybody was still upset that they only released in what is it, Japan, in that one store, which is very, very immersive, but lackluster at the same time, because they love simplicity, which is why the store is the way it is, but it's like it lacks because of it. Um, which that release lacked because of it. And yeah, yeah. So there's been tons of times where, they worked on something and it didn't come out the way they want. The Fearless Ones, that was supposed to be a play on the 2003 or 2004 patent leather pack, the black and gold, the UNC and the Chicago. Now, it was supposed to be a play on all three of those, yet you only see the main two aspects, which are the UNC and the Chicago. The Wings is technically the black and golds, but the designer of that shoe wanted more aspects. What's another one that released that? Bel Air 5s. Shit, that was another shoe that they were like,
Which one?
the release, motherfucker.
Nah, like technically it's
The release, the release.
Bel Airs. If you want to get technical,
You want to flex. That was the only one that released.
that ain't my fault.
Um,
I feel like there was
no, I did not get that. Go ahead.
I feel like there was some contention with these 17s coming out. Just yeah,
I,
that's cool, right?
Let me.
I that I was going. I want to say I was going ham on that, but yesterday I had to finally put that out
Yeah,
there. That's not on Jordan Brand,
All
y'all.
right.
That wasn't on Jordan Brand. That was strictly on the store buyers, your local boutiques and all that shit. That's on them, not Jordan Brand. Whoever fucking ordered the shoes, who y'all need to be mad
nah,
at. These stores order what they think they can sell. It's not, we're gonna give you this and y'all need to sell it. It's not Nike. Nike does that shit. Jordan Brand doesn't.
let me speak
Yeah.
on that. If y'all have
Go ahead, man.
bought copper 17s at 16 when they did not have a brief and it was a box and it was 250, y'all would have got more lightnings. And don't give me, well, we wasn't trying to spend 250 on Jordans because people were spending it on phones back then. So nah,
Yeah.
like they gave you 17 pluses. They gave you an OG colorway and they gave you a retro colorway. Y'all didn't want to buy it. I remember when Trophy Room 17s came out and they were 323 and you got a shirt with it. And they sat for a little bit because people was like, oh, I'm not paying that for a 17. And I remember it got so bad at one point, people were buying them, and then they were trying to charge back. And I remember Marcus was like, "Nah, y'all not slick. You already paid for it. No chargeback is working. Like y'all have constantly shitted on 17s for years. So it's not their fault that they limited something. It's really
I don't even think they limited it. So
Kind.
there is a cap on what they were willing to produce due to cost, but I don't think they reached that cap, and the stores ordered what they ordered.
Yeah,
That that
and I
that.
mean, we talked about this with them. Like
so
they knew these were gonna move. They knew that these were gonna do as well as they did, and they
yeah.
they expressed their displeasure with the fact that it didn't get to the point, like the quantity point that they wanted it to
This is
with the stores.
this is literally the first retro of this, right?
Mm.
This is the first retro, and we even got the briefcase, which didn't even come with it
Yep.
originally, because they're
Yep.
trying. So they are trying. So I get people complaining, like,
Which means if we get highs, them shit's gonna be super
but
expensive.
350,
but you know
375.
what though? Limit the highs, because if you really want them, you really gonna buy them. Like I remember when the 18s came out, that black and blue 18 flew. It flew. You can't find it for under $500, $700 right now, and it flew.
About the white metallic fives, they're white metallic fives, white metallic ones, burgundy. That's dropping later on this month. No, I didn't get a damn pair. That wasn't why I was up there. I didn't go up there to get shoes. I went up there to talk business, and business was talked. Um, Outside of that, when the case, I think a lot of people were upset that these came with the case, knowing that they never released with the case before. And yeah, no, I said it, man. If they do highs, man, God bless your pockets.
The case was a last minute decision, right?
But you,
Yes.
but you know what though?
And that wasn't even, no, I can't say that.
We
Yeah.
shouldn't,
Okay. Yeah.
shouldn't be surprised, right? They have done trial runs of stuff past 14. Like we gotta stop acting like they have not tried to do research on 19s have retro, 18s have retro, 17 pluses have retro, 16s have retro. All of them were like at least 50. So we gotta just
I hope that's Davon.
Nah, it felt like shock because it was too like well written out.
but
Yeah,
but they do have
Davon's
points.
definitely like those truck driver ass shoes.
Yeah, but they do have a point. Loose laces does have a point. See, it's Shad. Okay, what's up, Shad?
I know.
They do have a point. They do have a point because they OGs came with a CD-ROM at least. All right,
Right.
so
But
if we
I
don't
don't think
give
they wouldn't. We got to think about it like this. Yeah, we gonna love the fuck out of anything they do nostalgic wise, right? But these kids don't care, and I'm not going out of my way to do something for people that are not going to give a fuck.
I'm not
Are sample known as reps?
No,
No,
no.
samples are
But I'm
samples.
about to say
Reps.
they're just that. They're samples.
There's no such thing as reps. There's samples and then there's fakes. There's
Yeah.
there's no in between there. We ain't do that. That's fake.
I think
That's
making the
stupid.
17th limited was actually a smart idea in the long run.
yeah. Like you already know. We already know what Nike does in general. This is just the Jordan version. It's like a preheat,
Oh,
right?
oh, I gotta tell you, I got something after this. Remind me to talk about Dawn.
Okay.
'Cause I know that was a typo, but that reminded me about something.
Okay.
My God.
All right. What time is it?
We over.
It's
Oh,
after 10?
yeah, 10:02.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it
You
happens.
still readjusted?
Nah, I got something to do.
You gotta be out. Hey, we got next week. We can talk about day 2 next week if that's what's up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we should reconvene next week.
Okay, we'll do so. We'll do so.
Do, man.
Um, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Damn,
Thank y'all for
this was the
everything.
fastest hour.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that's how fast shit happens when you're enjoying yourself, man.
Yeah.
British Night Jordan collab. Ha, that's funny.
This?
I wouldn't be surprised if they just be fucking done with collabs, man. But you know,
Yeah, we think
motherfuckers are talk.
it's crazy.
Shoot, yeah. Yeah. Did they show us OG samples that got scrapped? Yeah, there's a whole fucking scrap pile bin. That I'll say
More,
that. I can say that. There's
more
a
to
fucking
fucking
scrap pile
sell.
bin.
Yep.
Shit that's just not gonna make it.
The scrap pile bin
Oh,
is bananas.
oh,
Can I take these
we
home?
were digging through their
No.
trash. We were digging through their
But
trash.
y'all gonna burn these shits. Why? Um
I I say like too. The crazy part about seeing all that stuff is because we love the brand, right? In my
Yeah.
opinion, they don't always get the end product right. I look at a shoe that's in the trash bin, like, yo, why did we even get these? Why are these in the trash bin? These are, in my opinion, these better than what came out. But you know,
and the
that's how it
simple
goes, man.
answer to that is corporate said no.
There's some heat in the
In the
trash.
in the trash.
In the trash.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in another light. Lex, tell them where they can find you at.
Hey, Big Lex 729 on Twitter. Let's Luke the 72 on Instagram. I'm going to Brandon.
Brandon 1AN on Twitter and Instagram. Don, please follow me back on Twitter.
Hey,
Jay, what's up, fam?
I am J Shoe Fanatic across all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube, all that good stuff. I implore you, because I did not realize how fast this hour went. I implore you, I beg with you, I plead with you, tune in next Monday. I want y'all to know the brand is listening all times, and they do hear you. And what's coming is going to wow you. It's going to, like, the next couple of years, next few years are going to be absolutely positively bananas. It's not. This is not yes men speak. This is not corporate speak. This is a actual fan of sneakers speaking. You're going to be blown away by the next few years.
I
So
I've already told y'all plans, prior to me going up there. So certain shit I can't say again. So just go back and listen to some of the prior shows if you want some of the gems that I've already dropped about stuff that is coming and coming back. I can tell y'all this. Chicago's are not on the table until after 2027, 2028 time frame. So sorry.
Um,
85.
and then
The
also
85s are not on the table. They got other shit planned. I'm sorry. Chicago High 85s are just they coming, just
think
no
about it.
time soon.
unrelated to what we saw up there, but from what I have heard today, we may be getting White Cement Force summer of next year.
Yeah, that's
We'll
something
see.
we.
We'll see what that is gonna be like. It's gonna be something I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to Z
Yeah,
Sneakerheads. He's
that we
gonna
can't
post about that.
confirm.
Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
go by the name of Mr. On Loved Ones. This is Beach to Soul. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know the deal, man. We are the culture, so act like it. Y'all got us here. We appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Come next week. Come back next week.
Yes.